Picking up on step 6, lesson 1. As noted earlier, to change the appearance of the point cloud, we can right-click over it on the Prospector tab and go to Point Cloud Properties. Again, we're able to change this to grayscale intensity if we want. We can change it to elevation ranges. We can turn it off altogether by specifying no display. We can change it to LiDAR point classification. There's quite a few things that we can do depending on your personal preference. I think at this point, again, I'm just going to leave it on elevation ranges and we'll keep going. So step 7, to change how the contour appears, we go to the Prospector tab, we highlight the Surfaces option, and now we see our surface here. If we select it and right-click, go to Surface Properties. Under Surface Style, we can see all of our options here for different surfaces. We have no display, we have the border only, we have a variety of contour intervals, there's some contours and triangles that we could select, etc., etc. We can also create our own surface style by selecting the icon to the right of the surface display and working through the many options. This would allow you to create a contour interval, for example, that is much smaller, such as 0.1 foot. So I'll take just 1 minute here and I'll show you how to do that. So we have the contours at 1 foot and 5 foot. Over here, we can copy that. And then over here on the contours option, we'll go to contour intervals. And we could change that to, for example, 0.1 and 0.5. Back here under information, we'll change the description. 0.1, we'll put a 0 in front of that. And 0.5. And we'll take out the word copy. If we say OK, and we say OK. Now, the reason it won't show up quite right away is because that's quite a bit of contour lines to draw, but as you zoom in, you can see that it's much, much more demonstrated with a tighter contour interval. That may or may not be useful. So we'll right-click over Surface Properties. We'll go back to just a standard 1 foot and 5 foot. Hit Apply, and we'll say OK. Note, you can also create the surface directly from the digital elevation model. Both methods result in the same type of feature. Creating a surface from the DEM is much quicker. And what we do over there is we go up here to points, or I'm sorry, we go up here to the create ground data. We go to surfaces, and you can see create surface from DEM. Here we would go directly to create the surface from DEM and do it just as we did before. So it's just two different ways of creating the surface depending on your own personal reference. That ends part 1 of lesson 1.